On this week's World of Saltwater Fishing, we are going live bait kite fishing off South Florida during the summer. I'm with Carl Torresson, and we'll be targeting dolphin, kingfish, and several other species.
Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing, celebrating 20 years of fishing television excellence. Big fish don't stand a chance.
Live bait kite fishing off South Florida is a mainstay, especially during the wintertime and spring when everybody down here pretty much targets sailfish. The advantage of a fishing kite is twofold. Number one, it presents a bait to a game fish in a totally different manner. The extreme dorsal region of the bait is sitting right at the surface of the water, splashing around. It sends out distress signals in the environment, which tolls in game fish. Secondly, when game fish come in to have a look around, the terminal system, that is the hook and leader, remain out of the water. So you don't need to really scale down that badly to try to get bites off the fishing kite. On this particular trip, it was summertime, and I was hooked up with Carl Torresson to do some live baiting off the Palm Beach as well as the Pompano Beach area. He has an intense knowledge of using kites during South Florida's off season, which is during the teeth of summertime. And he's highly successful during this time frame as well.
All right, so I run Slob City Charters now for 6 years. Fish mostly from Fort Pierce down to Palm Beach, Florida. We specialize in live bait kite fishing. We really like to fly 2 kites, couple flat lines, couple deep baits. We will slow troll every once in a while. And that's really what we like to do in our region. That's just really what's most effective on most days.
We put the kite baits out, we were all set, and we continued our drift, and it certainly didn't take long. Bam, we're on. First fish of the trip, king mackerel.
All right, so you were up there, you were just telling me that you brought that herring in and you went from a nose hook to a throat hook and you were freelining it back out.
Right.
Now, did you ever let it get in position before it got nailed?
Letting it out, it got eaten out of my hand.
No kidding.
A lot of times when you have these slow, calm, flat conditions, it just makes all the difference in the world to make a bait move. But you got to have a lot of bait too,
Yeah, watch that far goggle eye on that.
Feels like a decent fish.
Yep, which means you'll be with him a while. I know, let me ask you, from my point of view, that fish is fighting straight up and down. Naturally got a different feel. Why would you say it's a king versus
I don't feel any head rubs, but I also don't use braid like this all the time. So I'm not 100% sure. I don't see any tail beating,
Yep.
It's just like a big fish.
It's coming in a little, I see the colors right now. Laying in and out.
Decent king.
Yes, it is. Now he's waking up.
Pulling them in sideways.
One more in the back of this. Turn around there.
Trying to get them to you.
All right. I can see it right where you style them too.
Nice. Look where we had him hooked.
Oh man, yeah, it was about ready to come out too because of the.
Nice. Nice fish. So the first fish George and I hooked up to was a king. That in the summer months we catch a lot of kingfish on our coast. They range from 5 to 50 pounds, and they really like to eat the goggle eyes off the kite, flat lines, sardines, triple J'ing. There's a lot of ways to catch them, but that day in particular we were catching them off the kite on goggle eyes.
Wintertime and spring, we get a lot of breezes down here, which enables these fishing kites to go up effortlessly. Now during the summertime, we occasionally get these slick, calm days, but still you could fly a fishing kite by attaching large helium balloons to the backside. This enables a light wind or an extra light wind kite to be flown where you could fish at least maybe 2 baits, maybe 3, depending on whether you're bump trolling or drifting.
George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is proudly brought to you by Penn. Let the battle begin. Mako. You'll find them where the fish are. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Mercury Marine. Go boldly. George will be right back.
I'm fishing with Carl Torresson, and we're live bait kite fishing during the summertime off extreme South Florida. My reels were filled in this particular trip with 20-pound test Suffolk Superior in smoke blue. Then we have fluorocarbon leaders. And when you're fishing off the kites, it's very important that you have markers that designate the baits and where they're set at. Now, given that Carl likes to catch a variety of fish, we're drifting in shallow, where there's an excellent chance of getting king mackerel as well as wahoo. He gears up to catch everything that swims around the boat.
I like wire because on charters, I don't want to lose a kingfish, I don't want to lose a wahoo. When George and I went out, we found that the conditions were tough. We had no wind, we had south current, and we had dirty water pushing in. So we just had to work through that.
Trying to find a good piece of water, like in any style of fishing, is crucial. So we found some decent water, a decent amount of bait activity, so we determined that this would be a good place to start.
All right, there he goes. Didn't even know you was hooked.
All right, let me get a gap.
Marking big time fish here too.
We are keeping on that cut bait too. We got one deep. We went for the lightest one, 12-pound
Yeah,
spinner.
we gotta watch this rod here.
All right, you want to get out of your way?
This deep, yeah, because it's kind of messed
So
up.
what'd you have, herring on a 12?
Throat hook again.
Throat hooked him?
This is
Okay.
12.
12 pound. He's
Wow.
right there. I could probably get him.
He's decent. Nice shot. Good shot, George.
All right, Carl.
All right, perfect.
On the herring. Mark
sir,
the fish
another-
on the machine.
Another marking them good. Get another bait out. We're gonna get bit again.
All right, so was it you, when you were free line inside, hit on a free? Or when
Hit
you
him on the
finished?
let out, doom, locked over the bail and piped it.
All right, very, very good.
Perfect.
All right.
Good job. Good gap shot. Here,
Okay.
done.
So when a kingfish eats the kite bait, I like to notice the bite. So there's a lot of different ways the fish is going to eat it. You know, you see a huge explosion, you see him sky, you see him roll on it. You know, I want to let him eat from 7 to 10 seconds. You really want to let him eat the bait. When you come tight, you want to hold the tip down in the water and just start slowly reeling. Let it pop out and come tight to him. That way you don't have any issues with it popping out of the clip, going around your tip. And then just come tight to him, and then you should have him, he should be gut hooked. He should be hooked in the corner or gut hooked.
You know, and again, keep in mind that we're just making drifting patterns, trying to cover certain depth zones, trying to locate where the most action is at. And also, if you're getting smaller kings, don't really get that discouraged, because somewhere in that mix, you know you're gonna have some decent sized kings in there as well.
Okay, some short kite bait. You see how many times it skied before it actually got
That
it?
was actually a really cool bite. They're making us work for it today, George, but we're getting them. Missed them. Lost them in the glare when I was to gap them.
That's what they all say. Come on now. You don't miss many of these things. What happened
Hey, I
to
saw you miss 2 so far.
I did. I'll come clean. That's a good comeback. Fast too. I'll bring it up nicely. If you want, I could walk down here
The
with
sun's
you too.
right here, you know?
Here, walk down here.
You're good.
You want to borrow my glasses? Sunglasses?
Yes. Bring him to me, George.
Okay.
Nice. Good job, George.
The third fish we caught, George hooked up on a kingfish, and then after that we hooked a bonita. A lot of times during the summer months, the bonita and the kingfish, they run together.
When you're drifting through these kings, time to time you're going to get some bonita. You know, pound for pound, that is an incredibly hard fighting fish. And I know that we sort of get jaded down here in South Florida, and I think in our area it's just a highly underrated fish because of the diversity that we have. But I'll tell you what, you cannot take away the fight of bonita. It's definitely a crowd pleaser for those who are not really in tune to catching more and bigger game.
So George and I were flying the kite. We were off the Loran Tower at this time. He got bit on the kite. It was a dolphin, like a 12, 15-pound cow. And we noticed that there was a bull swimming with it, so I went and grabbed a spinner, hooked a goggle on, and tossed it to him.
Okay. Nice dolphin.
Yeah, it is. Here.
Right on top. Beautiful boiling fish.
Nice fish. 12, 15-pounder.
They come on that kite bait, man. Do they just crush it, huh?
They've been fat lately.
You're gonna probably take you around the boat a little bit, but let's see what we can do here. I'll walk them around
Yep.
if we got to. We'll do whatever.
Probably gonna have to.
Is there anybody with them? Hey, there's one on the outside of him. Get right on the spinner. The spinner right above on top of an artificial. You can throw and get him.
I'm gonna throw him a live bait, no?
Whatever you want to do. Reel that in. That's way
Bigger one, George.
Yeah, it is. I'll keep him out
Keep
here.
him right there.
I'll keep him here. Oh, let him all lit up too. He's gonna chew. He's right here. See him coming up? He's on the back side of mine.
Yep.
I'll keep him here, Carl. He's gonna chew. Go behind me.
I see it.
You see him?
Yep.
All right. I did my civic duty for today. Oh, he got it. Oh,
nice ball.
Dolphin. What a hell of a ball. I'm gonna go under here.
You got a rat.
Thank you.
You're saying that, hey, it's not that much of a rat, but.
Compared to your bull.
You want me to put this in the rod holder and gap that one?
No, you worry about yours.
Okay.
Mine's coming right up for a nice jump.
I could gap him right now.
Don't worry about it. You worry about yours.
Nice job, George. Get him in. That's a nice one. Yeah. Nice work. Definitely 25. Nice fish. Nice job, George. Yes.
Beautiful. Did you see how fast did that happen? 105 feet of water.
Right, yeah. The cow came in on the long and you hooked her nice. This one was right behind her, pitched her a threadfin herring and caught her.
That is awesome.
Awesome fish, guys.
Okay, one mine over here, the pair.
Look at that fish too. Excellent fish.
Yep, summertime, live bait, kite fishing, it'll crush the dolphin when you come across them.
George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is brought to you by SIMRAD. Go with SIMRAD and go with confidence. Rapala Coastal, another great day. Suffix, always use the best line. ACR, the leader in marine safety electronics. George will be right back.
We're back to live bait kite fishing during the summer off South Florida. Now, Carl Torresson and I are trying our luck off Pompano Beach's Hillsborough Inlet. The great thing about having a boat that you could trailer is that you could go wherever you want. Day one, we fished out of Palm Beach, trailered the MARC 6 up, launched, ran out of that inlet. At the end of the day, put on a trailer, came back. Day two was Pompano Beach. We trailered over to Alsdorf Park, launched the boat, ran out and under the Hillsborough Inlet Bridge, ran out of Hillsborough Inlet, and again, looking for current, clean, blue water, bait in an area. So we're running around and we found a swath of water that we decided, okay, let's give it a try here. And we picked the grid that we would start in and we did the same exact thing. And we're gonna see if Pompano Beach waters happen to be any nicer to us than Palm Beach happen to be.
He just came around, he belted you on that bark kite setup.
Yeah, he tried to bite off more than he can chew. He tried to eat the short bait and then went to the long bait and tangled him up. He ain't that small.
No, he's not that small.
Let's just gap him.
Yeah, a little small.
Yeah, he ain't that small.
Now you can be a little flipper there. I don't want to jeopardize that. Getting the hands of Carl Torresson here. All right.
Nice fish.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
I'll walk him from here. What do you got? How many baits? You got one kite?
We got one there. We're about to put another two out.
All right. I'll unhook this one, get him down in the fish box. They never cease to amaze me. Check the pec fins. Look at a vivid purple. Electric purple's on the pec.
Yeah.
His color's coming up, huh?
That's a pretty looking fish. Good eating too.
Oh, you woke him up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What size should you wear?
3 today.
Okay.
So we started off in Pompano in the morning, got the kites out, got the flatlines out. George catches a dolphin pretty quickly. And then I ended up hooking a blackfin tuna about 10 minutes later, which fought pretty good.
This might be a nice tuna.
All right. Well, is it staying down like a tuna?
Yeah,
Okay. Gaffable.
no way of knowing yet, George. I don't know yet.
Straight up and down, huh?
Yeah.
We still got 2 baits out here, and the other kite, we got 1 on that one still. He's going.
Might be a little tuna or bonita. Blackfin.
Would I lie to you?
No, I know.
Okay, take your time.
Nice, excellent.
All right, let's get in a nice circle here. Wait. Get around. Come around again. You ever try gapping a fish from an elevator?
He's also moving fast.
Yeah, hang on.
Just get him nice and easy.
All right. There's one that was, whoa! No way. We're waiting for that one. You got him?
Yes, sir.
It's all yours.
Sooner or later, we'd run across them, and sure enough, it was Carl who hooked up to the blackfin tuna and scored that one, and we checked it off our list.
George's Tackle Locker brought to you by King Sailfish, the pioneer of catch and release mounts. Visit kingsailfish.com.
Starbright is known worldwide for their quality boat care products. In addition to their washes and polishes, they offer numerous items which are even more focused in their applications. For instance, while their Auto Odor Eliminator is aimed at the automotive industry, it's ideal for removing lingering odors from inside your console, cabin, bilge, and even fish boxes. Simply moisten the sponge, remove the concentrate from its package, slide one end into the sponge, snap on the breathable cover, and find a dry place for it. Within hours, odors will disappear. Starbright Zipper Guard is highly recommended to preserve the integrity of zippers and snaps in harsh saltwater environments. I use it not only on my weather enclosure zippers and snaps, but also my tackle bags. The lubrication holds up very well against saltwater spray and boat washings. Make it part of your boat care routine, and your struggles with frozen or pitted zippers and snaps will be a thing of the past.
Mercury Performance Stats, West Palm Beach, Florida. Seas 2 feet. Power, triple Mercury Verado 400 horsepower outboards. Props, Mercury Inertia Eco 21-inch pitch. Consistent cruise, 4,500 RPMs. Speed, 45 miles per hour. Total miles, 61. Total fuel burned, 58 gallons. George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is brought to you by Starbright, professional grade boat care products. The Florida Keys and Key West, come as you are. Papa's PILAR artesian crafted rum, never a spectator. King Sailfish, the pioneer of catch and release mounts. Visit kingsailfish.com.
What's it feel like on there, huh? Doesn't look like
I
too
don't
much
know,
of a
he's not
bang.
really fighting. Oh, nice.
Cyril mackerel.
Nice.
There you go. On a deep pilchard, huh?
Deep herring,
All right, a deep herring.
piped it. Look at him, nice
Yes,
little
it's
fat guy, good eating there.
Absolutely. Well, those are absolutely fresh. They're incredible. Well, they're sort of like a surprise.
It was a nice surprise. Kind of the end of the day too.
Not too bad.
So George and I ended up catching a Cero mackerel down in Pompano. We don't really get them up in Palm Beach very much, so it was nice. It was nice to see that little different variety and a little special little twist to end our day.
So when you look at the scorecards, we jumped off a sail, the only one we raised. We boated blackfin tuna, dolphin, king mackerel, didn't happen to see a wahoo, but yet the Kite provided a lot of good fishing opportunities off of South Florida in what many would consider a slow period, or really a non-existent period, to use fishing kites and live bait. You know, I knew Carl Torresson for a number of years. I actually knew his name, and he did one of our saltwater sportsman seminar series that we brought to Port St. Lucie. And what I really like about the guy, he's hardcore. He's like me.
So George and I went out. We didn't have the conditions that I wanted, but again, we were fishing 2 days, and we had to just fish with what we were dealt. And still, though, if you think about it, the kites still generated bites. You know, we still had bites in poor conditions, still caught fish, still had good days, still had positive days. And that's the thing, is you have to just keep fishing hard. Some days you don't. Some days the day's not going to allow you to catch 100 pounds of king or 200 pounds of tuna. You're only going to catch a couple of each. So you just have to deal with that and keep working hard and keep fishing and having a good day.
When we set forth in a boat, it's always about how many fish we're going to catch, how big are the fish we're going to catch. We're always looking for the biggest and the most. It's just in the nature of the hardcore angler to go out there and do that. It's the intensity, and in a weird way, it's the intensity that makes us relax when we're on the water. We get in that zone. It's just, you know, unless you're a real hardcore fisherman, you're not going to understand what I'm saying here. But Carl does. He's hardcore. He'll go wherever those game fish are at, whether it's in the upper Florida Keys, Miami, Port St. Lucie, you name it, he'll trailer that boat, and he does an exceptional job. So I was actually honored to share the cockpit with Carl for a couple days of fishing out of South Florida aboard the Mark 6. He's a sharp guy, a funny guy, and he gets the job done. So as far as trips go, yet another good one in the books. If you'd like to keep up with our fishing adventures, please follow me on Instagram. I'm at George Poveromo. On Facebook, I'm at facebook.com/George.Poveromo. And you can view our episodes at any time on our YouTube channel, George Poveromo TV. We'll see you out on the water.